Apologies as usual. Nothing new that we have technical problems. Okay, folks, everyone's you're very welcome back to the Justice for Aaron Brady campaign. Now, obviously, most of you who's followed Aaron's campaign will have noticed that we've been away for a couple of weeks, and we've just taken a very much needed break for myself and our family. We had a beautiful break with family and friends, really lovely time, and it just reboots the battery and hopefully regenerates us to keep moving forward, because we're coming to some very, very important times involving Aaron's case and what we are going to reveal about evidence and how it was tampered with, and absolutely disgusting behaviour of Garda Síochána. Just to let you know, I know we've had some private messages asking us how Aaron is. Aaron's in very good form. We had a wonderful visit with him, with myself and Caroline, and his son had a beautiful visit last week. Really, really touching, really moving, beautiful visit. And obviously we have the situation where we do have to turn our back and walk away and leave Aaron behind us. And I think everyone that's following Aaron's campaign, and the majority of people in this island that are aware of what's happening, knows that is wrong. Aaron should be out here with us. Aaron should be out with his son. And there is no doubt about that. I think it's always important that we acknowledge when things go right for us or we're treated properly, because of what the state has done to us. But the staff and all the members that we encountered last week in Portlaoise, very, very courteous, very professional, and they're all very kind and very nice to Aaron's son and to myself and Caroline. And I think when good deeds are done, they should be rewarded by been praised. So thank you very much like that, and gestures like that very, very important to us, and obviously must be acknowledged. So obviously we've been offline for just over 2 weeks, but the working behind the scenes most certainly has not and had not stopped. As always, we've been uncovering information, re-examining old details, and preparing for the next stage of the campaign. And now, obviously, we're ready to move forward with new information, bringing some of the old information back into focus once again, and hopefully create even more clarity and bring the truth and renewed determination to Aaron's campaign. So what we are going to focus on probably over the next few days, put them away somewhere now. Aaron's appeal decision has been released. And I thank you, the person who sent it, as we had noticed it. It is due, and it should go up online and be available to the public relatively quickly after the appeal, but that wasn't the case, obviously, with Aaron's case. And we're going to be going through that appeal in some detail. And we are initially going to look at just the first 6 pages of the appeal. There's 24 paragraphs. We'll be running through those paragraphs and those 6 pages in the coming days. And as always, we have said, any paragraph or any detail of any significance, we can contradict it. And that is most certainly the case with the appeal papers. So we'll put a link, there's a link below in the description, there's a link to the court documents. Please, if you have time, take a look at them. There's 208 pages, I think, or is it 280? Yes, but if you need to do so, or you feel you can do so, please look through the appeal papers, the appeal decision. Look at what the judges have said. Bring it back to us. Question on some assertions and decisions the judge made, and we'll be more than happy to answer any. all the questions that come arising out of the appeal papers. And something we will be focusing on, and this is, it's so extraordinary, it's so unbelievable, but it is there in black and white for everyone to see. On page 2, the second page of the appeal decision, the Judge Edwards completely and totally nullifies the case against Aaron and against James Flynn. And it's in relation to something we've highlighted, and we've gone into some great detail in it, the colour of the vehicle used at the Morton robbery, the getaway vehicle. We'll go into that in greater detail, but it proves once again that everything we have said is 100% correct, and it is hard to comprehend that these 3 appeal judges in this 280-page decision, on page 2, they exonerate Aaron Brady and exonerate James Flynn. Hard to believe, but we will go through it, and it is there in black and white for all to see. And I'm sure any of you who know the case in any way at all, click on to the courts.ie, look at the appeal papers, go to page 2, and it's there in black and white for everyone to see. We're also going into some new territory, but it was overlooked before, and we're not sure if we knew about this before, but we have uncovered it in these 2 weeks when we're back reviewing what we've already covered and looking for more details and information into the upcoming videos. And we now know for certain, it's shocking and absolutely horrendous, shocking confirmation that detectives Mark Phillips, Paul Gill, I presume Riley mightn't have known what's going on, but he was aware of this. He would have been aware of this. Pat Murray and everyone in the incident room in the Dundalk Guard Station were fully aware and had been alerted to the attack by Daniel Cahill and his friends on Aaron on First Street in New York, which renders Daniel Cahill's testimony null and void. Wipes Daniel Cahill's testimony, shows it for what it is, a tissue of lies, and proves beyond any doubt, not reasonable doubt, beyond any doubt, 100%, that Daniel Cahill is a liar and purged himself in the screens in the court in Dublin from his cosy office with Homeland Security and agents Matt Katsky and Mary Ann Wade in the Homeland Security office in New York, when Aaron's human rights were again breached when he was denied the right to face his accuser. And that accuser, Daniel Cahill, is a drug-dealing, paedophile-loving, paedophile apologist, and he is a liar who told lies in the most heinous circumstances to protect his own life in New York. And now, the young girl that was at the centre of that row, albeit totally unwillingly and innocently, because someone had started a rumour with that young girl gave a statement to An Garda Síochána, and she told them about the attack by Daniel Cahill, Anthony Maguire, and the other 2 boys, Kearns and Cushion. And An Garda Síochána were fully aware of the attack. And we sort of knew that from watching Daniel Cahill's statement being taken by Paul Gill, Garda Paul Gill, the shotgun Paul Gill. We knew from reading between the lines that Gill knew about the attack. But this proves beyond any doubt the bastard and guards knew all along that Daniel Cahill had attacked Aaron. So that has to be detailed, and we'll go through the statements, and we'll go through an affidavit, and we'll bring, again, more concrete evidence to everything we have said over this last 5 years. Then we are going to venture into, and we're going to be looking very closely at Sinn Féin's involvement in the framing of Aaron Brady. We now say, without fear of contradiction, Sinn Féin are party to, and very much central to, the framing of Aaron Brady for the murder of Detective Guard Adrian Donoghue. We have contacted Sinn Féin almost 100 times. Emails, booklets posted, direct approach when we called to all their offices in Carrickmacross, Dundalk, Newry, Belfast and Dublin. We've called directly to them. I doorstepped Mary Lou MacDonald in Enniskeane in County Monaghan. So over 100 times we have contacted Sinn Féin, or nearly 100 times. And what we're going to release probably by the end of this week is we're going to release, they've had their chance to come forward and either contradict what Christopher Morton, the Ducky Rotten Layer, said in a statement, or they can stand up for him. But they can't continuously walk away from this situation. And we're going to play the video and give the details of what Christopher Morton, the lawyer, said about his interaction and his friendship with Sinn Féin councillor Anton Waters. So we're going to go into the details in that over probably coming up to the weekend or early next week, after we go through the appeal points, and we move on from the appeal points to confirmation that the guards knew Daniel Cahill had attacked Aaron, and then we're going to move on to Sinn Féin again, and we will play the relevant part of the statement being taken by Bobby Ogle and Pat Murray, where Christopher Morton details his interaction and his friendship, alleged friendship, with Anton Waters. So I suppose it's important to note that then in the following weeks, we've been doing a lot of work behind the scenes in the last 2 weeks in preparation for James Flynn's retrial, and this is obviously more focused on the tampering of evidence by Garda Síochána with CCTV footage, statements and times, and their collusion with Andy Wooler, a so-called, we'll call him an expert, we'll put it in inverted commas, and the collusion with him, and we will be detailing how Garda Síochána went for forensic examination of CCTV footage to other companies and they could not assist. But they got this cowboy Andy Wooler in England, and he came forward and was party to the tampering of evidence for CCTV footage, the highly questionable circumstantial evidence, and that it would be highly questionable if it wasn't tampered with. But these bastards, Garda Kenna, Mark Phillips, over the watchful eye of Senior Counsel Lorcan Stain, prosecutor for the state, these men tampered with the circumstantial evidence, and we look forward to highlighting that and preparing that for James Flynn's upcoming retrial. So we've been working hard behind the scenes on that. Also like to put out an appeal again to Rona Flynn, Emma Jane and the Flynn family. The appeal against Aaron's conviction for the tendency to pervert the course of justice, which very much involves Ronan Flynn, that seems that appeal would seem to have been kicked down the road a little. We don't know where it's gone to. It was due to sit, we think, 4 weeks ago, but it's not on the calendar at the moment. But when that raises its head again, Ronan Flynn and his family will be central again to the events in the CCJ. Very much central to the events in the CCJ, and we'll be making that appeal again to the Flynn family. Simply come forward, tell the truth. That's all we want. Just tell the truth, and the knock-on effect of that will be that it will show that the entire prosecution case against Aaron Brady was contrived and manipulated. And as we've said, and everyone knows now, Aaron Brady was framed. So what we've got to do now is please ask you, please keep watching, keep the continued support, keep it coming towards the campaign, keep watching, keep sharing, and most importantly, keep questioning. We are sending out questions to all the establishment, to the judicial system, directly to the judicial system, the LSRA or LRSA, to the Garda Commissioner, to GSOC, and then to all the media outlets on this island, all the major media outlets and so-called investigative crime journalists. We are sending questions all the time. No one's answering. But anyone asks us a question, asks the campaign a question, we come back immediately. And we have yet to fall short in our answers. So that's what's our plan for the next week, 2 weeks, possibly into a third week, where we're going with the campaign. We will always be directed by you, the public, or any events that happen in the interim. If you pose us a question, we may have to go in a different direction. But please read the appeal paper's decision, and if there's any questions that need answering or any queries, please contact us. I think that's all for now. Once again, thank you for your continued support. Please like, comment and share. Very, very important. We've been very, very heavily censored. Some of the videos we put out over the course of 2 weeks, some of the older videos, we repost them. And those, anything pertaining particularly to, for some reason, that clown and chief framer, Pat Marry, seems to be very, very heavily censored. So we ask you to please like, comment and share. Share, and get Aaron's story out there, and we'll raise the questions for the authorities. Thank you once again, and we look forward to bringing you some more videos in Aaron's campaign as we push forward to getting our son home, getting our son back with us where he belongs. And we'll talk to you all shortly in the next video. Thank you.